Solaran Cartography Office. An urgent package arrives in the mail. Missing, Abigail Lidari, archaeologist age 32. Last known locations, planet Pharaoh's orbit. Current whereabouts unknown. Vital status unknown. Contact this person. So we're trying to find if this person, where they are and if they're alive. Dear cartographer, this request is likely far outside your usual expertise, but I have exhausted all other options. My sister and esteemed archaeologist Abigail Lidari has gone missing. Last night I discovered her journal, photos, and map. I don't know how these items have reached me, but it suggests she may still be alive. With the scarce details from Abigail's journal, photos, and map, can you track her journey and discover her current whereabouts? I eagerly await your results. So I've done just the first 3 items here. They're pretty straightforward, so I don't even know what the journal part is. Okay. Let's look at the photo log, and this gives us a series of photos. And then we have to locate where these photos are. So down here, if you look at the bottom, this is where the ship got wrecked. And there's a tree and a ship and some fire. And if we look down here, we can see a little ship, fire, and a tree. So we click on the map to place a pin, enter that as the location. That location may or may not be correct. Locations are validated in sets of 3. Correctly locate any 3 photos to validate the information in your photo book. So we have only 3 photos right now. It suggests that maybe later it'll give us more than 3. Gives us a bit of a bigger picture. But we can see the ship and the fire and the tree, so this is just the tree right here then. And we can see the ship and the fire and the tree and this kind of ring, which makes it this location here. Looks like it's validating. Goes a little quickly. Maybe just give me a check mark or just show like the distance, how accurate it was. So we got 3 new photos. Never seen these before. So wish I could get a close-up of these towers, but this bridge is as close as I can get. So these look like the towers because they're in the water. And this bridge is here. So the question is, which bridge are they at? Let's go to the next one first. It's it. Could climb down these rocks to get a closer look, but I gotta keep a safe distance on the old rickety wooden bridge. So this is one with the rocks, so it must be here, because these 2 don't have the rocks. Maybe that's a clue here. These 2 have the rocks. So we're either here or here. The question is which of these 2. It looks more like here. Let's see if the last photo gives us any clues. These towers must be generating massive amounts of power. But for what? So this looks like it's here. Like it's very close to this one. So I'm gonna guess then that this one is just the first bridge. Probably a chronological, like this is the archaeologist's moving from here to here to here and then down through the bridge. There are 3 unconfirmed locations on the map. At least one of these locations is incorrect. Correctly locating any 3 photos will validate the information in your book. So one of them is wrong. The question is, you know, which one? This one I'm very confident in. We can see the 2 towers in the background. We can see the rocks. This one, we just get a little closer maybe. Let's clear the location. Towers must be generating amounts of power. How accurate? Oh. Did I have this one up here? That might be... Or did I just do that? Okay. Maybe that was my mistake. Little misclick. These things are impossible to tell apart. Better open my journal so I can keep track of them. This guy looks like an Orville. Creepy tomb. Roger Orville Milton. Never saw these guys in my mom's book like this. This is my chance to fill in the gaps for history. So this is the creepy tomb. Light cutout, Roger. Please keep me company until I can jot you down in my journal. This looks like Roger here. Oh, I see. I was looking at these rock formations. But it's where it lines up with the journal. I can just ignore those. I thought these were an image of the tomb, but I don't think the tomb kind of... Or these dots are the tombs. Milton, 1 statue north, 2 statues east of Roger. Yeah, so there's other statues. 1 statue north, 2 statues east. Thank God that's over with. I don't even mind taking the stairs. So these are stairs up to this location. Looks like it's taken from this platform. Across the lands lie 5 hidden artifacts. Return them and we shall reveal Pharaoh's heart. I can see 3 to the... Okay, standing in front of 1 of these, and can see 2 others to the... Looks like the left, actually. Yeah, so from this perspective, 1, 2, and then 2 platforms obscured by this. So I think that's actually right there. So the treasure hunt begins, starting with portal 11. Portal numbers. Portal 7. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That wouldn't work. Oh. So 4, 2, 1. She's just added the markings. So 11 would be, let's see, 4, 4, 2, 1. This would be 11. So you're standing right there. Looks like I'm wrong on one of these. Make sure it's not this one. Or do I have to close the journal first? I think it means I'm wrong on something. So 4 and 4 and 2 is 10 and 1 is 11. So this is portal 11. From the photo, this is pretty close. I'll just make it a little closer here. Oh no, it would be right here. Not over there, because you can see the edge of the platform. Oh, that was what they wanted. Solarin Cartography Office. Another package. Cartographer, we're off to a good start. Included with this letter is the next series of photographs and journal entries from Abigail. Please note that from here on out, the sequence of Abigail's photos is not strictly chronological. Some photos are missing or out of order. Expect Abigail's journey to be more irregular. I'm not sure what happened, but I hope she's okay. Thanks for your help. This really is like, you know, simulating you're an expert geoguesser trying to find a missing person, which they do in real life sometimes. Dropped off my photo book climbing up this cliff. I think I may have lost some photos, but the view of the village was worth it. So this is the alien village. Looks like on a ridge right next to, you can kind of see the plant here or here. You can see a rock formation on the left. But it seems like dead on with the stairs. Oh, there's one down here as well. But that one's not in the water. Oh, this one's in the water. And this one is in the water. There's a bulb on the side here. There isn't in the photograph. The platform's also almost on the water, so it goes like this and then out like this. This looks like the exact one, which means we're dead on back here next to this shrub. Hopefully that's close enough. Working out my composition, it's all about balancing the elements. The hut, the cliff, the rocks, and the village. Okay, so this is... Oh, this is one of these little white pods. It's on the water. I can see another village, which means it has to be probably up in this... Oh no, this one can see a village too. But this one can see a village with purple stuff on the side. So it has to be up here. It's probably on the end looking out, which I think it's pretty definitive that it'd be there then. These walkways are starting to blend together. First hut left, second hut right. Have I seen this before? Okay, this is staring out into the water with nothing out there. With a hut on each side. And a curve. So it goes one hut on the left, elbow, one each. Doesn't quite look like that. It has to look out into like open water. It's also, wait. Yeah, it would be here. Because we can see the purple down below. So. Oh, there's purple down below here too, though. Oh. It could be here as well. How do we tell the difference? That's why there's that clue. I've seen this before. I think because this one, you probably would see these rocks, and this one you wouldn't. So change that. Where was this photo taken? Looks like the projection pool is out of order. Gonna see if I can turn the water back on and get the night sky working. Projection pool. I guess probably these. Skip the test answer for now. Oh. Looks like it's in the same kind of spot. Let's see the last one. They're all in the same... Okay. Gotta figure out what this dome is. I think it's gotta be this. Projection pool is out of order. I'm gonna see if I can turn the water back on. Heading symbol is lit up. If I can get this pool working, I should be able to use the boat to practice my navigation and sailing skills. Are these boats? So it has to be one of these. How do I see... Where's my journal? Okay, projection pools. Yeah, so it is those domes. You can see the purpleness here. Used to safely simulate voyages across planet Pharaoh. Night sky projected onto the dome, creating an illusion of ocean. Northern Hemisphere, Southern Hemisphere starter pool. boat diagram. As the boat changes heading, it moves along the rail to ensure it doesn't leave the projection pool. So this is west. So the boat is starting... The boat's at west in this one. Yeah. So she's come in. The boat is on the left. At the entrance of... So I think this would be somewhere around here. Because if the boat's at the west, then it has to be this pool. And she'd be... No, she's coming in and she's looking directly at it, pretty much. On the right slightly. This must be the entranceway. Is this supposed to tell me when 3 are correct? Does that mean I don't have 3 correct yet? Heading symbol is lit up if I can get this pool working. I should be able to use this boat to practice my navigation and sailing skills. So this is a different one. The guardrail function was able to move the boat, but the constellation projections aren't working. Just seeing the heading symbols. Time to try other pools. So this looks like... It's facing east, so it's moved. None of them start facing east. So this one is another clue because they haven't used the boat yet, meaning it's facing... That just still the same one because it's facing this symbol here. Is that the same? Let's see. So I got 3 correct and 3 wrong. It lets me progress forward. That's nice, so you're not like feeling stuck. Let's check the new ones out and we can go back over the old ones a little later. The walkways in these villages have a cool trifurcating paths. At least I think that's the word for branching into 3. So we're looking for a trifurcating path that has something like this. One close on the left and one a little farther on the right. I don't know if that's the right one. Let's look at the other options. This one also is a similar... It's looking out onto the water completely. So here might be correct, although this one looks like a little too far down. This one actually looks more like it. And here do we have a good... No, that would see rocks. I think this looks like it. Got a fire going in the hut. Let's hope it makes these rations more palatable. Fire in the hut. Is there a hut? A little urn. Oh, it's inside of one of these things, but is... How do I tell which ones had a fire on? There's smoke. Looks like the smoke from my fire is still lingering. I missed the rations already. So apparently, the smoke is lingering. But I don't see any smoke. I'm just not seeing it here. This does, though, give a clue to the previous one, so maybe based on this one, if we figure it out. So this is one that's in the water. That narrows it down to these two. It's in the water. There's an island on the... Which way are we looking at this from? It's coming in like here, and they'd be standing like something like here. And there's an island on the left. I don't think that's it. This doesn't look like it at all, though. There's no kind of islands. So maybe this is the case. If I'm like here, looking out like here, the island's more kind of like straight on. It does have that kind of shape here, though, like here. This one doesn't really have that. It's definitely here, and it's in one of these shrubs. This... If I looked out like this, I would see this walkway. And this horseshoe. It wouldn't be like that. I think it would be here then. And the hut... Yeah, this would be on the same side. This would be the opposite side. Would be here. So get those three correct. These projection pools are amazing. I still feel like I'm actually sailing. Still taking it all out in all of these new constellations. On Earth, we'd never be able to see our constellation so clearly. Should it make finding the southern or northern eye easier? It's got navigation. Water snake. Offering bowl, northern eye. So we have to match the constellation. So this is the split crystal here for sure. This looks like Asgar's shield. And this looks like the orbiting twins. So this is the southern hemisphere. Go back to the map of the pools. So that's this pool here. Now the question is, how do I know which end of it I'm in? See if that's a close enough approximation rather than figuring out where I'm supposed to be here. Determine which hemisphere you're in, north or south. Locate the water snake constellation, the brightest star at the head of the southern eye. Use the southern eye to determine your heading. If you're facing the eye, you're facing south. But I don't see the snake, or is this supposed to be the snake? I think it's... Okay. I need to figure out which one this is. This is the snake. So if I'm looking at the snake, I'm facing south. And I think that means I'm here. But I could be wrong. I think the boat rotates around like this. If not, it's either going to be here facing south or here, because could be here. But maybe the boat one has some clue to that. As the boat changes heading, it moves along the guardrail to ensure it doesn't leave the projection pool. Yeah, so if you look at here, it's always facing... Oh yeah, and you can tell from the other ones. It's always facing outward. So it's only facing south when it is south. Telescope forward. Yeah. At the angled front. Okay. So that should be correct. On Earth, we'd never be able to see our constellations so clearly. Should make finding the southern or northern eye easier. So let's find what these constellations are. That looks like the Keter Crater, Offering Bowl, and three down the side. Is that the no, not the branches. Is it the lizard? I think it's one of it's got to be one of these only like rotated. So I need three that are kind of like straight on one end, straight-ish. It'd be like this, and then here. If I rotated it down, yeah, then this one would be at the end. I'm gonna say that's the squid. It's really hard to tell. So we're in the northern hemisphere. Locating the northern eye by drawing lines out from the following constellations like so. Maybe I don't need it. Oh, that's the northern eye. Using the northern eye to determine your heading. If you stand facing the eye, you're facing north. I guess I didn't really need to worry about this then. So we are in the northern hemisphere projection pool facing north, which I believe would be right here. And the last one, getting artsy with a shot of the reflection. Okay, same idea, like it's just a reflection of the water. So you see that one doubled, means these two are up here. So we'll just match the constellations regardless. Let's see. This one looks a lot like this split crystal. This looks like the shield. This looks like the granite boulder. We're not facing the water snake then. So where would that be? Like if we were facing the water snake, I think in the two back. This, we had the snake and we had that. Now we have this, definitely not the snake in these, but it should be nearby. Shouldn't the snake still be visible? Is it trying to say the reflection is coming from behind? Because if this was the reflection, it would be up here. This would be up here. Oh, and the snake would be here and it wouldn't show it? Is that the idea? It's just... I'm going to enter the same. Yeah, it didn't like it. One of them it didn't like. Let's try some of the ones that are wrong here. Dropped off my book. Climbing up the cliff. So I put it here, and this we can now see is definitely wrong. Mainly because there's no purple. We need purple. Which means it's one of these two for sure. It's being overlooked by bushes. Oh, I put it as he. Is this? Oh, it doesn't show my previous guess. I think my previous guess was something like here, but... Oh, there is purple here. There's no bulb. Let's not worry about the previous guess. Let's just see what's here. So this is a start of a pathway. Yes, and this would be the start of the pathway. Was that one really? Oh, these are the ones that were wrong. That one was right. Okay. I understand. Working on my composition, it's all about balancing the elements, the hut, the cliff, the rocks, and the village. So we're facing... We guessed here, and that was wrong. The rocks. We missed the rocks. So that's something like here. Let's try that. Looks right. Because the rocks are here, you get the purple, and you have the village. And the cliff. These walkways are starting to blend. Have I seen this before? What's the other one I got wrong? This one. Projection pool is out of order. Gonna see if I can turn the water back on and get the night sky working. So if you walk in and you see it on the right, let's look a little closer. This boat, is it supposed to be always facing out? Maybe that's why I've got all these wrong, because I've misunderstood that it's supposed to be lateral as it moves around. But still, wouldn't it still be here looking in as this symbol? Go back to the journal. So this is the west symbol. And here, if we look, you can see the same symbol here. The west symbol. Okay, I just wasn't quite accurate enough. So I had the right idea in the right spot, but it needs to be just a little more pinpoint. What is that? Reminder, do not go off the practice route after sunset and avoid 37 north, 45 west. 37 north, 45 west. I'm just guessing it's right there. My first actual voyage taken noon along one of these practice sailing routes. Let's see if I can figure out... Oh, wait. These are the practice routes. Right. So you're going along the route, and you see it at this location. So the question is, are you here or here? Or here? It's pretty close. It looks like they're facing it. I'm gonna put it here for now. We'll learn a little more about these routes. My first actual voyage taken at noon along one of these practice sailing routes. Let's see if I can figure out my latitude using these binoculars. See if the journal has a clue. Measuring latitude. Align the bottom of the sun with the horizon. They've done that. Read the angle at the horizon at noon. At the horizon. Okay, 70. Calculate latitude using the following equation. Latitude equals 90 minus measured angle. So latitude is 20. So I assume then that there's only one sailing route at latitude 20. Take a latitude 20. Yeah, so it'd be right here. Framed the sunset with literal door frame. I should get some sleep, but I'm all turned around. Pharaoh rotates in the opposite direction of Earth. Everything is backwards. Do we have a clue? Planet Pharaoh globe. Paragos Islands, Frenny overgrowth, northern ice cap ring, the void. Pharaoh rotates in the opposite direction of Earth. So on Earth, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. So they're saying that on Pharaoh, then the sun rises in the west and sets in the east. So they're facing east. That's our first clue. The door frame, is this the door frame of the ship then? Facing east? I get that part. So facing east, I think they're still on the I think this is all about the practice route. But I don't know. Where that would be then. So facing east. So sets in the east. So it'd be something like here or here. I think. Is this the route that you take? You go around. Just try to enter something. Let's go back to some of these. Walkways are starting to blend. Current guess was here. That's wrong. You can clearly see that the mistake here, like the things on the right here, and it should be, the first one should be on the left. That was kind of obviously wrong. Did I guess here yet? Try that. Does show the purple. Isn't this the one I had before though? It used to show the purple, so it's got to either be this one or that one. I think these are the only two possibilities. This feels more correct. Let's try... On Earth, we'd never be able to see our constellations so clearly. Should make finding southern or northern eye easier. So I'm in the right area. Did I get the wrong end that I'm facing? So major constellations. Using the northern eye to determine your heading. If you stand facing the eye, you're facing north. Okay. So I'm facing north here. Maybe I should check these symbols somewhere just to make sure that I have the right. Does it confirm anywhere this is north, east, south, and west? Well, this one I think I got correct. Facing south because I could see the water snake. So let's see that clue. So this one was correct. I could see the water snake. I was facing south and I chose right on the dot here. So if that's south, yeah, the other area is north. I can see the northern star there. Northern eye. Yeah, there's the bowl, crater, and the eye, which means I'm facing north. And do I have the right pool? Yes. Northern hemisphere is the right pool. Getting artsy with a shot of the reflection. Oh, I think I understand what I did here. This looks like the back of the ship. They're taking the photo off the back. Had to lay down and grab a shot of a hut. Still have sand in my hair, an actual aurora. Wish you could be here to see it. Natural phenomenon. While rare, auroras are sometimes visible in Pharaoh's night sky at certain latitudes. Southern hemisphere, northern hemisphere. Was lucky to catch an aurora. It didn't even last the hour before fading into the sky. The distant village... Oh no, let's go back to the... So it has to be underneath a hut that's on the ground at one of these locations. So that's the clue. Southern hemisphere... Oh, range. -23. I think that doesn't apply. I don't think we're in that range on the map. 31 to 90. Oh, yes, yeah, we have to either be in the south or the north hemisphere of the planet. So, certain latitudes. So latitude 31. So it has to be above this latitude. And it has to be on the ground. Below one that has a walkway to it and nothing branching off. Still have sand in my hair. I feel like there's a few possibilities. I don't know how to tell which one it could be. Oh, you can kind of see the cliff side, though. That's either the rocks or the cliff. It has to be above this location. So if you were laying down on the ground here and looking up, the rocks would be on your right-hand side. If you're laying down here, looking up there, they'd also be on your right-hand side. It does look more like a cliff. Guess there. Still using practice route, taking another latitude, reading at noon to make sure I've got the hang of this. The distant village almost messed up my reading. Let's go back to the reading here. So they aligned it well, okay. I don't think there's an issue there. We go with the water, not with the village. Which is, let's zoom in here. 6, 1, 2, 3. $63, 90 minus 63 would be, come on, 27. So latitude of 27 is here. So this lines up, this lines up, this lines up. So the village is the clue. Could be here. It says distant village, but I don't see any. If it was one of these, we'd see the rocks. And here, if it was 27, you wouldn't really see the rocks. So I'm going to guess there. Practicing in the projection pools again took a long exposure through the boat's forward telescope to see star movement over time. I can use this to determine my heading. Okay, I believe there's some new clues. Star movement. Using star movement, Farrens were able to determine their heading while out at sea. Line up the forward telescope crosshair with a bright star. Allow 2 minutes to pass and observe the direction that the star has moved. So it moved up. Pharaoh rotates clockwise, therefore star moving up. So star moving down facing east, star moving up. It must mean facing west. I believe it couldn't be, yeah, east, northeast, southwest. So east, west. Projection pool facing west can determine the heading. Practicing in the projection pools. So you can see 3-star formation. Oh, I think we match the constellation. Split crystal, it looks like. Which is in the south hemisphere, I believe. And facing west. Make sure I get this accurate. Last time it didn't like even being slightly off. It still says wrong. I wonder if I got the end of the boat wrong in that one as well. Yes. Oh, that's the part that I got wrong. Like, it's the side of the boat. And what side of the boat is it looking through? Spear station? That looks like the spear station. So if it's going like this and you're like this, then the spear station, it would be right here. Okay. It's quite a good dive into the demo so far. This game is very, very interesting. It's quite fun. It's actually really interesting puzzle game to try to like delve into and try to figure out all the ins and outs of what's going on. I think as a first look, this is I'm quite interested to see it come out, find out more about it. I'm not sure if it's coming to early access or into a release form, but the game looks very promising. I think it's a really interesting idea, and I've never really played Geoguesser, but to be honest, this was quite fun. So I hope you enjoyed taking a look at it. We got a good look at what really the game has to offer. So thanks for watching till the end.